It's 77th day of President Bola Tinubu's administration, and we're back monitoring developments in his first 100 days in office. Thank you for joining us on the program. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. So it's exactly 1 week after the confirmation of 45 ministers designate by the Red Chamber, and Nigerians are looking forward to President Bola Tinubu assigning portfolio to the confirmed ministers designate as they await in earnest the renewed Hope agenda. There's also another update coming from the Nigeria Labour Congress President Joe Ajaero saying if there is another increase in petrol pump price, there would be a total, comprehensive and indefinite nationwide shutdown of the country. The NLC president gave the notification at the African Trade Union Alliance meeting in Abuja, where organized labor also warned against undermining the demands of the union. Earlier on Sunday, oil marketers indicated that the cost of premium motor spirit would rise to between 680 naira per litre and 720 naira per litre in the coming weeks, should the dollar continue to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira at the parallel market. We're joined now by IPMAN President Chinedu Okoronko for more on this development. Thank you for joining us on the program this evening. There are strong indications that we're in for yet another pump price increase, and it would be perhaps the third within 10 weeks. What's the update and what's the reason for this? Well, I understand that Mr. Okoronko will be joining us in the course of this program. Hopefully we can get some updates from IPMAN as regards what's happening in that area. However, let's bring you some updates within the presidency. The acting governor of the CBN says President Bola Tinubu is very concerned about the developments in Forex, its impact on the ordinary Nigerians, and is saying that the president is seeking to improve the liquidity in the market with the new measures that will be rolled out by the country's apex bank. The acting CBN governor also strongly warned speculators involved in round-tripping that these measures will put them out of business and incur losses for them. He insists that the exchange rate in the official market has been relatively stable and blamed the instability on speculative demand by people.
In the State House, and Mr. President was very concerned, or is very, very concerned about some of the goings-on in the foreign exchange market. And one of the things we discussed were what could be done to stabilize and what could be done to improve the liquidity in the market and also the goings-on in the various other markets, including the parallel market. He is concerned about its impact on the average person, since unfortunately a lot of activities that we do, which are purely local, are still referenced to exchange rates in the parallel market. We've discussed and I've shared with him what we're doing to improve supply. If you look at the official market, you'll find that that market has been fairly stable and the spreads or the difference have not fluctuated as much. We do not believe that the changes going on in the parallel market are driven by pure economic demand and supply, but are topped by speculative demand from people. Some of the plans and strategies which I'm not at liberty to share with you mean sooner rather than later the speculators should be careful, because we believe the things we're doing, when they come to fruition, may result in significant losses to them. But my presence here is more about the concerns the president has and his need to know that we are doing something about it, assurances of which I have given him totally.
State House correspondent Femi Akonde joins me live from the presidential villa. Femi, help us break down what Mr. President's concerns are and the exact intervention coming from the CBN at the
50 to 60%.
Well, Ifemi, the president's concerns are the general concern of Nigerians with the fluctuating forex market that has impacted virtually everything in the country, from commodities to goods, food prices, and even the pump price of petrol. The hike we are experiencing in the pump price of petrol is also being influenced by the fluctuating or the hike in the dollar rate in the foreign exchange. You know, all of these concerns have also reached the doorstep of President Bola Tinubu, and what he has done with these new measures is like giving the Central Bank of Nigeria a sledgehammer to hit whoever these speculators are, especially the money deposit banks, who they say are most times involved in round tripping, because, you know, the previous administration of the central bank took the monies from the Bureau de Change, the BDCs, and handed them the dollar to the money deposit banks. But since that happened, a lot of people do not have access to these foreign exchange PTAs, and a lot of people involved in legitimate business do not have access to the dollar. What President Tinubu is saying now is that strong sanctions is instructing the CBN to do, and we believe what the CBN will be doing is enforcing strong sanctions against these money deposit banks who are involved in speculating. We are also hearing that some of the measures that will be introduced will be injecting huge funds in dollars now into the country's foreign reserve to shore up that reserve, and that would also create stability in the foreign exchange market. But all of this will be done without resorting to borrowing. That is one thing President Bola Tinubu is seeking to avoid desperately, to ensure that the country again is not indebted. And we are hearing again that some of these speculations in the foreign exchange market could also be as a result of, you know, the audit that is ongoing in the Central Bank of Nigeria. The revelations we are hearing, a lot of things that have been unraveled in the Central Bank of Nigeria are perpetrated by the previous administration in the CBN, the previous leadership in the CBN. All of these have also contributed in causing that instability in the foreign exchange market. And well, President Bola Tinubu is up to the task, and that is what he is saying, in showing that, yes, he knows what time it is, and putting the right doing the right thing at in the nick of time to ensure that these rising forex is quickly checked. I know it also comes at a time when the president's approval rating, according to the poll conducted by an online paper, Cable, is at 62%. You know, quite impressive for a president who is just about 2 months in office. So with all of these measures again, that would ensure that there's a quick reversal in the momentum in the foreign exchange market and the parallel market. You know, this would also help raise that approval rating quite higher to a considerable level. So we believe that in the coming days, all of this will begin to have impact in all sectors of the economy, especially the pump price of petrol, which we hear that Labour is already spoiling for a fight if the pump price is further jacked up. Nifemi.
Talking about the approval rate, Femi, we understand that independent marketers are now talking about the impact that the Forex is having on the landing cost and what it means for the pump price of petrol in the coming days. But just how volatile is this rating, particularly when you consider the president's intervention? Is there a timeline as to when Nigerians can begin to feel the impact of what the CBN is doing in this regard?
The acting governor of the CBN specifically said in the coming days, so we do not expect it to take weeks or months before Nigerians begin to feel that impact. It's immediate. The injection of funds into the country's foreign reserve will be done with immediate effect. The measures and that will be put in place and laws that will be put in place for money deposit banks to strictly comply with will be put out within days. We are expecting to hear a statement from the central bank today or tomorrow, and with immediate effect, we also expect compliance by the money deposit banks, people doing businesses, imports and other kind of legitimate business that are in need of Forex can go to the banks, and the hassles involved in getting Forex will now be eliminated, and any bank found wanting will be sanctioned and might also be denied Forex. And you know that a lot of banks would not want this kind of sledgehammer to fall on them. Nifemi.
Interesting development. We're looking forward to all of these new interventions and how much impact they will have on the purchasing power for the average Nigerian in the coming days. State House correspondent Femi Akonde live for us at the Presidential Villa.